Welcome back, and thank you for sticking around with us. Today, via phone, we're joined by a very familiar face here at the Miami Rescue Mission and Broward Outreach Centers, Dr. Linda Washington Brown. She is the Associate Dean for the RN to B program over there at Broward College. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Casey, for having me.
Well, it's wonderful having you on. Like I did, I introduced you as a familiar face, and you really are around here at our 3 campuses, especially over there in Pompano Beach and Hollywood. But let me ask you first and foremost for myself, as well as the rest of our listening audience. I did introduce you as an Associate Dean for the RN to B program. So what exactly do you do over there on a day-to-day basis?
Well, here at Broward College, I oversee the new RN to BSN program, which is made available to nurses that are already licensed but are returning to school to attain their bachelor's degree. And because of our love for working with the community, I am also an advanced nurse, registered nurse practitioner. So I volunteer my time at the Broward Outreach, and I see patients there on Fridays and whenever I can get over there to assist our students who are there on a regular basis.
That's wonderful. I know that you guys have such a wonderful partnership, not only with the Pompano Outreach Health Clinic, but also the Hollywood Outreach Health Clinic there at the Broward Outreach Center in Hollywood. Now, how did that kind of corroboration and that kind of just moving forward with the Broward Outreach Centers actually happen in the first place with Broward College to not only benefit those formerly homeless men and women that we serve on a day-to-day basis, but also to help out those nursing students and those medical students that are working their way through Broward College?
Well, how it actually began is with the Miami Outreach. I worked with the Miami-Dade College with the efforts that took place with that partnership. And after completing law school and coming to Broward College, I wanted to extend that same outreach effort to the residents of Broward County. And when I learned that the Miami Rescue Mission was going to extend itself in Pompano and into Hollywood, of course, I was on board with Reverend Brummett and with Dr. Pete Gutierrez and so many others that I have met, Dina. We all believe in the same goals, and that is giving back to our community and working with the homeless populations and providing the types of partnership and medical care that's needed for this resident population.
That's wonderful that you guys are reaching out, and like you said, you guys all share that common goal and that common spirit inside of you to help out someone that's in the greatest of need. Now let me ask you, because you oversee so many students that are becoming the real nurses and doctors of tomorrow, what do they get out of being able to serve a population like the homeless community?
One of the things that the students have identified is that it is so rewarding to give back to a group of people who are so appreciative of their efforts. And one such opportunity was our Healthy Me, Healthy Community project. And these are students that have volunteered their time to go on weekends and to obtain information about the vaccination statuses of the homeless. And this is one of our projects we're looking at. We would like to help and provide vaccinations to the homeless for those communicable diseases that are preventable, such as pneumonia. A simple pneumovax vaccine that's good for about 10 years can help prevent some of those respiratory conditions that this population is faced with.
That's wonderful that you guys are providing something like that. Like you said, vaccines for communicable diseases, just to people that, you wouldn't think would have any kind of access to something like that. But through the Healthy Me and through the Healthy Community project that you guys are doing, that you guys are implementing on the weekends there at the Broward Outreach Center, you guys are able to provide so much to people that need so much. That's a great, great thing. Now, let me ask you, because you're someone that has such wonderful firsthand experience in helping this homeless population, and maybe a lot of our listeners have only dabbled in it, or maybe they really don't have any experience at all yet. But what kind of firsthand knowledge would you kind of bestow upon them, and how is it that really that fire keeps burning inside of you to continue to work with this population?
Well, I'm an old ER trauma nurse from Jackson Memorial Hospital, and early on in my career, you would see so many people who would come in and use the services of emergency rooms, but would have nowhere to go to get their prescriptions filled or nowhere to go to have follow-up. And so what you would see is the recidivism of this population. And instead of their health getting better, it was getting worse. And for that reason, I knew then that I needed to find out what's out there in the community to help protect these people, to work with them, to provide for them so that they are not having a misuse of the ER, but yet when they are ill or they need to have preventive care, that it is indeed available. And so looking at the Healthy People 2020 goals that says, you want to attain high quality, longer lives free of preventable diseases, disability, injury, and premature death. I wholeheartedly believe in that, and I believe that we can achieve health equity, we can eliminate disparities, and we indeed can improve the health of all groups if we come together and work for a common goal.
That's awesome. That is such wonderful advice and such wonderful firsthand knowledge. Just talking about how you've taken your past experiences, moving them into future passions, and just, as you said, you saw the health getting worse of these individuals in the homeless community, and you really stepped up, and just so many people in the same situation over there at Broward College, and so many great partnerships have stepped up and been able to really take the bull by the horns and go forward, fighting against, like you said, those preventable diseases each and every day at the 3 campuses in Miami, Hollywood, and Pompano Beach, where you guys are able to have that wonderful partnership. Now, let me take you back to the very, very beginning, because we just touched on it briefly. At the very beginning, when the Miami Rescue Mission was first starting their health clinic back in 2008, I believe it was one of those situations where it was something that was new to the community, new to everyone in kind of the neighborhood and people that didn't really know what you guys were thinking. What did you expect out of that, and has it really exceeded those expectations that you had at first? And how?
Absolutely. I was working with Professor Annette Gibson from Miami-Dade College, and she knew that I was a practicing practitioner, and she asked my advice about the Miami Rescue Mission, and she wanted to see how we could put a clinic there. And I never forget walking through that empty building and saying, of course you can do this, of course we can do this, of course we can do that. And to see where it is today with not only nursing students from the college, but the PA students as well, and Ross Medical students, and how they've all come together in this interprofessional relationship to improve the quality of the life of these people, I just think it's awesome. It has far surpassed my remote imagination.
That's wonderful. And at any point in that initial process, did you think that it would be expanding into the Pompano and Hollywood branches as well?
Never.
That's amazing. That's really the spirit of giving, and seeing exactly how it's able to expand, how it's able to burn like wildfire and just have so much wonderful nature be spread throughout our community and throughout South Florida. Let me tell you, you're doing such a wonderful job for our community and such a wonderful job for all of those people that need help in some of the most basic things, just their health moving forward. So Dr. Linda Washington Brown, the Associate Dean for the RN to B program over there at Broward College, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you so much for what you do for our community.
You're welcome, and thank you for having